Hi guys, thanks for tuning in today. I actually wanted to switch it up a bit. I know the past few videos have kind of been, you know, not doom and gloom at all because I'm never doom and gloom, but I focused a lot on like the trauma and kind of just like the adjustment and what we're all going through, with losing loved ones, losing jobs, working from home with the kids, not being able to go anywhere, being isolated, all of those different things that are all very real for all of us right now. And yeah, if you check out some of my other videos, you can see I've been offering tips on homeschooling and working from home. And today I want to offer more tips, but I also want to, um, this video initially was supposed to be all about like the bright side. That's what I actually was going to focus on of all of this when I first planned this video yesterday. And then I woke up last night at 11 p.m. and I went on my Facebook timeline and I saw that an educator, a community leader, an amazing woman who I know has personally influenced so many lives and people that I know personally, like, are extremely successful because of her, Brenda Perryman, passed away from COVID-19. Again, I'm here in Detroit. And she was a teacher, not at my high school. I didn't go to Southfield High. I went to Southfield Lathrop, which is the other school in our community. But at any rate, she was a teacher there, and I saw that she passed. And she was just a beautiful person. And I never got the chance to really connect with her. But a month ago, she emailed me because she wanted to interview me in regards to my organization where I work. And obviously we never got around to do that. But I've always admired her from afar. And you know how you might not know someone, but you know their work and it makes you like really like them and feel a connection. Well, that's how it was. Like we were always Facebook friends. And it's because I was a teacher for a while, like 7 years I was a teacher. I also knew her through that way too, like through that work, what she did on the educator side. And she was talked about in the circles of teachers, as someone to aspire to be like. And I just know the influence she had on her students. So, rest in peace. But after that news, it was really just heavy on my heart. And again, like I did not personally know her very well at all, but I knew her work and I know her influence. And again, she did reach out to me and was super sweet. It's just really heavy. It's super heavy. So yeah, the video was going to be just solely on the bright side, but I had to touch on that, and, in Detroit, we're just losing a lot of community leaders. I don't know how it is where you're from. You can let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to know because it does seem I'm on a lot of conference calls throughout the week with people throughout the country. My, where I work, we're all spread out, so like even the person I roll up to is in like Kansas City. So, there's that. And so I talked to some people and they're like, oh, I hear it's really bad in Detroit. Like, we don't really have any cases. So I see it's so different. So like we're freaking out. And I do feel like the news doesn't really like capture that. Like I look at the news and I don't really see, I see it reflected now. I definitely do see Detroit on the news like every day and everything like that. But it's like really, really bad here. Like, I don't know. It's like really bad. Like I think we're really scared here. Whether we're admitting that or not. And we're probably not admitting it because it seems like it's just crazy because the expectation is still to like, okay, but you're still going to teach your kids, you're still going to go to work, you're still going to do all these things. But the reality is like mentally, like we are freaking out, so yeah, it's hard to just really focus on the bright side, but you have to, but the struggle is real right now because the reality is it's really insane what's happening. And yeah, so there's that. So but I do want to offer, because of everything that's happening right now, it's so important now more than ever, even in our isolation, to try to in some way make the most of every day that we have here, to really appreciate life, to really be grateful. And I want to turn the focus now to what my topic was going to be, which is, and I think it does kind of tie into just everything right now, but how to make the most right now of the time that we do have. If you are fortunate enough to be with your family right now, um, how to make the most of that time. I am going to do another video of how to make the most of your time in isolation as well, because I know that not everyone, a lot of people are right now by themselves. I realize that. But this video is more tailored to what families can do, how they can make the most. And now some of these things I will say could be applied virtually. So stay tuned. Don't leave yet if you don't be like dropping off. So let me go ahead and get started. So here's some just some things and some tips and some suggestions I have for families right now, because the reality is, yeah, we have no control over that. And when I say that, I'm pointing to my TV, which is that all that negativity, but we do have control of how we make our homes to be. And I believe in spreading joy as much as possible in my home. Okay? Because honestly, it makes you feel good. Me feel good. I don't know, it makes me feel good. So anyways, I want to get into some suggestions, some ideas, and I'm going to make this video pretty quick today. Because I got to get back to my family time, and I'm going to play Frozen Uno with my daughter. But I wanted to offer some tips. And then before I leave today, I'm saying this to remind myself, I'm going to share some, just like some little, share a few things. But anyways, okay, so one, I think this is a great time to, if you haven't already, to really delve into your family history and genealogy, especially for African Americans, Black people. You know, we oftentimes in our community, you know, obviously a big concern is the fact that Black history, we know, is not taught accurately in schools. It's just not, unless you're fortunate enough. Like, I was fortunate enough to have like one teacher who like tried to be real, but honestly, it's just kind of impossible. So I think this is a great time to really take the time as a family to study your genealogy, study your history, study where you came from. You know, watching great Black films, documentaries. I think this is a great time, like even to revisit, if you haven't introduced your children to like Eye on the Prize, and other just impactful documentaries and along those lines, introducing them to scholars that have really been impactful, I think is really, really important. And I think this is a good time to do those things and to take advantage of this time, because we probably won't ever have this time again once it's over. So I think it's a great time. And even if you're not Black, still, you know, studying your family history, studying your genealogy, I think this is a great time to do that and to really do it as a family. And that is going to segue me into the next thing. I think this is a great time because I know for myself, and I only can speak for myself, all my photos like basically are like online. I think this is a great time to scrapbook, photo album, print out those pictures, look, go, and I've seen a lot of people actually doing that. So I was really happy to see that online. I've seen people like pulling out throwbacks and like saying, oh, I was going through a drawer. I've had time to clean out this drawer. And so I think, yeah, it's a great time to clean out that drawer, to actually update those photo albums, maybe add some more photos to the wall. I'm saying that because I need to do it myself, and I'm hoping to use that time to do so. And so I think that's a great thing to do. Another thing, you know, obviously, again, we're socially distant right now. Who doesn't love a letter? A lot of people probably don't like letters, but I think this is a great time to encourage your children to learn the art of letter writing, which is a lost art. And honestly, I write letters every single day. Like, that's a part of my job, and it's so important. And so I think it's an important skill. It's an important skill set. And it's something that is kind of like lost a little bit in school right now, you know, because the focus again has been testing. And they don't really get to that until like a little later, it seems, unless they have, again, a fantastic teacher who sees the value, but, you know, like really, really working on it. So yeah, letter writing, lost art, writing letters to those family members that they can't see right now, I think would be great. Sending some photos, you know, physical photos, so they have physical photos too, because it's something that a lot of us just don't have anymore. So just really like just kind of taking a moment to do those things that may have been in our minds, but we placed on the back burner. I think this is an ideal time to do that. Moving on, movie nights. We've already done a few. I even have like popcorn bags I got from like Kroger and little microwavable popcorn to make it a little bit more themed. But Yeah, like movie nights. Why not? Like pick family movies. Again, black movie nights too. Psst, psst, hint, hint. Yeah, let's do it. Like, there's so many fantastic films, so many streaming services, so many that are honestly too offering free streaming right now. Like I think HBO is one that's offering uh, free streaming. Let me just take a look at this. Yeah, streaming. So I just think 'tis the season because these are things that sometimes we're just too tired to do at the end of a traditional work week. So building it in, even building it into the school day, watching an educational movie that can kind of maybe ties into what the kid is learning that week. PBS too is really good because they actually have, shout out to PBS, they have a lot of homeschool resources right now. I think they're specifically geared towards middle school and high school, but they have things for elementary too. But the shows like the civilizations and all those kinds of things are geared towards more middle school, high school, and they have that. So why not? And they're on during the day. Like they have the schedule and everything on their website. So visit. I know Detroit PBS has it. I'm assuming PBS in general. I just know DPTV, which is what we call it here. So yeah, doing that I think is just why not? Like let's make the most of this time. So yeah, movie nights and doesn't have to be at night. Game nights, obviously. Again, I mentioned on an earlier video that I'm teaching my daughter spades and tunk because she doesn't know how to play that yet, and it's my fault. It's my fault. So now we're taking the time to do that. Myself and my husband. He's working from home as well. So yeah, definitely game nights, maybe some games that you played as a kid that you haven't in a while. And we have tons of games. My daughter, I love games because when I was a kid, my mom always played games with me. Like Clue and all those goodies. So playing games, I think, is awesome and something that you should definitely do, having a game night. Now, I don't do this yet, but I am going to start. I'm still like trying to just get my life together over here in terms of this week's schedules, but themed weeks. Now, we kind of do a themed week. Like this week, our focus is solar system, but I think even stepping it up, and I'm actually so inspired by one of my former bosses. He's like, I think the executive producer, I'm not sure. But anyways, one of my former bosses, he has 3 children, and every week, or maybe it might even be every day. That might be too much, but I think every week for sure they have like a different theme, and they like dress like spirit weeks and spirit days or whatever. And I think that is so cool, and he really gets into it and really takes on the whole dad school, really, really is like doing it. So yeah, I really think that's a great idea to kind of just add a little like fun to the house. And I think it's necessary right now, which is why I'm definitely adding it in starting next week. I think it's going to be like, I don't know, it's like literally like a spirit week, like in our house. I'm also trying to get my husband to have like a karaoke party with me, but he is just not having it. I love karaoke. Like I will literally like turn like YouTube, the karaoke guy, the karaoke, I think it's like somebody King Karaoke. That's the main karaoke channel on YouTube. And I just have like a party. Chloe sometimes joins in, my 6-year-old, but anyways, so yeah, themed weeks are cool. Cook together. Cook together. We've been doing that a lot. We cook together, we bake together. I've been cooking a lot too, which is why the only good thing, one thing I will say though, this is a total side note, I have not gained weight. And let me tell you why. I used to eat like fast food. I'm like on a diet I don't want to be on. I don't even want to be on a diet. I mean, I'd probably need to be, but I just don't really, I wasn't in that space. I just had a baby. I'm just not in that real space. But I'm definitely losing weight. I eat very well. Like when I can leave my house and go places and feel safe and secure. Obviously, I'm cooking all these meals all the time. With the help, my husband does pitch in here and there, so that's cool. But yeah, I like get my coffees, my Starbucks, and not the healthy Starbucks, the lean. I get the healthy lattes. Really good lunches, go out to lunch meetings. Oh my gosh. Who knew that one last lunch meeting we went to like Mexican Village would be like the last for a long time? Oh, it was such a good time. But yeah, it's like seriously. Oh my gosh. Like I'm losing weight though. Like I am seriously like losing weight being here. Like, I'm not getting my, like, secret McDonald's. Whatever. You know, another thing I do, another guilty pleasure of mine, I do love a McDonald's quarter pounder. And I do love also the Tim Hortons honey dip Timbits. I get 10 of those like twice a week. I eat them all before I even get to work. And I work like 5 minutes from my house, so I like smash them. So again, like those bad habits I'm not doing. I'm drinking a lot of water. Then, you know, also my husband doesn't eat beef, or what else does he eat? He doesn't eat beef, like red meat, but I do. So when I'm not in, you know, when I'm not on lockdown, you know, when I do go out, you know, with my girls, me and my girls go out to eat. We go to brunch. We do it. Me and Chloe go out to eat. I like to go out to eat. You know, I was raised on the hill, so I feel like you should go out to eat. So, anyways, I mean, I cooked too, but just not like this. This is a bit much. But at any rate, I'm losing weight, and I don't want to. Like right now, I just don't feel like I'm losing weight because I don't feel like making anything. I'm hungry again, but who wants to heat up or make something else, right? So anyways, cooking together is awesome to do right now, and baking together, I recommend it. And even though I've been cooking and baking a lot, again, cooking from home is better because you're not eating all the stuff that's out there. So I'm still, on my end, I'm losing weight. Let me know if you're losing weight or gaining weight in the comments. I just want to, I know a lot of people I hear and I'm like, what are you guys like doing? Like, I literally eat so much when I'm not at home. Like, so much. So anyways, vision boards. This is one thing I just definitely want to share. Doing family vision boards. I think, you know, we're all about, you know, obviously we all know what a vision board is at this point, you know. Yes, but I think now is a great time. First of all, it's you're manifesting something beyond our current circumstances, which I think is extremely important right now to get through this mentally strong. And I also think it's just a fun activity, and it'll be great to visualize where you're going to be in a few months when this is all over, in a few years, and to do it as a family. And I think having maybe your own individual vision boards, and then also one that maybe together you all do as a family, like some family goals. And last on my list, that takes me to financial planning. I think right now, I know it's something that a lot of us put on the back burner. It's something that a lot of us aren't intentional about doing as a family, and I mean as a family. So if you have kids, also including them in on the conversation, but really talking about, I mean, right now, a lot of us are saving, which is awesome. I know, like, I've been on the same gas tank since like March 1st. You know, a lot of us are, and again, the fact that I'm not eating out is saving me like hundreds of dollars, literally. So, yeah. I mean, right now is a great time to do some financial planning to really save. I know we're all getting that stimulus check. I would highly recommend you to not go buy a Gucci bag or a Louis bag because I'm very tempted, let me tell you. But I'm really trying to like, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm really, you know, let's maybe, I mean, do what you want with your money. I'm just highly recommending you maybe think about other things or wait till that a sale, or also there's a lot of other options now, I'm just saying. So I don't know. That's just a total side note. But financial planning, I think it's a great thing to do right now. But whatever the case is and whatever you choose to do, just making the most of the time. You know, obviously the bad's going to be there, clearly. And it doesn't look like it's going to get better. I don't want to say that. I don't even put that out there. But just, you know, look for the positives, even in the midst of all this negativity and all of the bad that is around the situation. Because the only way you're going to come out of this healthy is if you are also mentally strong. And as I always say, mind over whatever is the matter. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will catch up with you later. Bye.